Every Saturday we bake together. This week we're baking pita. But before we get our hands in the dough, I want to tell you where this bread came from and why the pocket happens at all. Because it's older than you think. A lot older. In 2018, archaeologists published a paper analyzing 24 pieces of charred food from a site called Shubaika 1, a Natufian hunter-gatherer camp out in Jordan's Black Desert. What they found was bread, and that bread was about 14,400 years old. Here's why that matters. That's at least 4,000 years before agriculture. We always figured farming came first and bread came after. Somebody plants grain, somebody harvests it, and eventually somebody works out how to bake with it. Turns out it was the other way around. People were making bread before they were farming. The bread might be part of why we started farming at all. Now, this wasn't pita. Let's be clear about that. It was unleavened flatbread. They used wild einkorn, barley, oats, and the ground-up tubers of an aquatic club rush. They ground it, sieved it, kneaded it, and baked it in fireplace ashes or on a hot, flat stone. And you might wonder how anybody can tell it was unleavened after all that time. It's the air pockets. In unleavened bread, the pockets are tiny. They average less than 0.2 of a millimeter, and they take up about 16% of the bread. In leavened bread, they run over a millimeter and take up 40 to 70%. So you can read the crumb. Even after 14,000 years, you can read the crumb. Leavened bread shows up in Egypt around 3,000 years before the Common Era. Probably by accident. Somebody left dough sitting out, wild yeast found it, and the whole thing came alive. Or it came out of the overlap between bread and beer, which were pretty much the same project back then. Scholars still argue about which one came first. But here's what I find remarkable. In ancient Egypt, bread was money. The Egyptologist Barry Kemp records the standard daily ration for an ordinary laborer. 10 loaves of bread and a measure of beer. That's not lunch. That's a paycheck. The word itself is tangled up. Pita comes into English from modern Greek. It shows up in Byzantine Greek around 1108, and it doesn't enter English until 1936. Past that, nobody agrees. There are competing theories tracing it back to ancient Greek, to Aramaic, to Hebrew, and to Germanic roots. There's a hypothesis that pita, pide, and pizza all share a root that means to split. That's a real idea, not settled fact, so I'll say it that way. In Arabic, the word is khubz, and in Egypt, the everyday bread is called aish. Aish means life. For thousands of years, people bake this bread 3 ways. The tanur is a vertical clay cylinder. You slap the dough right onto the inside wall. That's the ancestor of the tandoor. The taboon is a dome-shaped clay oven set over a bed of pebbles. That's where taboon bread gets its dimpled surface. And the saj is a domed metal griddle. Portable. Nomadic bakers favored it because it traveled with them. Think about what that means. The tanur got built and shared. The village oven was a social center. The saj went where you went. So let's talk about the pocket. 5 things happen, and they happen fast. 1. Thin dough hits a scorching surface, and the water inside flashes to steam almost instantly. 2. The outer skin sets and dries faster than the moist inside. Now you've got a gas-tight seal. 3. Pressure builds. Steam and carbon dioxide from fermentation are pushing out, and that sealed skin won't let them go anywhere. 4. The pressure tears the tender middle apart and forces the top and bottom leaves away from each other. The bread balloons. 5. It comes out of the heat, the steam condenses, the balloon collapses. And what's left behind is the pocket. Harold McGee describes it the same way. The 2 outer surfaces set and turn tougher than the layer in between, and the steam building up in that middle layer tears it open, and pushes the surfaces apart. The numbers are simple. About 60% hydration, 450 to 500 degrees at home. Commercial ovens run close to 300 Celsius, and the pocket forms in the first 60 seconds. So if yours comes out flat, here's what went wrong, in order of how often I see it. The oven wasn't hot enough. That's the #1 culprit every single time. Preheat your stone or your steel 30 minutes or more. You rolled it uneven. Thin spots tear and vent the steam. There's a hole or a tear in the dough. No seal, no balloon. The dough was too dry. Not enough water in there to make steam. The dough wasn't rested. Too tight to roll out even. Too much flour on the surface. That can keep the skin from sealing. Or you open the oven mid-bake. Temperature drops, steam escapes, and that's that. Now here's the reassuring part. The puff is driven by physics, not by perfect technique. Even a dough that isn't perfect will balloon, if your surface is hot enough and you rolled it even. One more thing worth understanding. The pocket isn't an ingredient, it's an outcome. Want a pocket? Thinner dough, hotter oven. That's Levantine in Arab cubes. Rolled thin, blasted with high heat. Don't want a pocket? Thicker dough, more fat, lower heat. That's the Greek pita you get with gyros, enriched with oil and cooked on a griddle. That's laffa. That's lavash. That's taboon and saj breads. Same family, opposite instructions. I want to close on something that isn't technique. Across the Middle East and the Eastern Mediterranean, pita gets torn by hand instead of cut. It works as an edible spoon. You scoop with it, you wrap with it, and the food sits in the center of the table where everybody reaches in. And there's a widespread custom of respect for the bread itself. Bread that falls on the floor gets picked up, not stepped on. Stale bread gets set aside rather than thrown out. Remember what they call it in Egypt? Aish, life. So here's what I want you carrying into Saturday. Your pita is going to puff because of steam and heat, not because you're talented. Roll it even, get your surface screaming hot, and let the physics do the work. That's what we do here. We bake together every Saturday, and we don't bake for likes, we bake to get better. Perfection is not required. Progress is. Come bake with us.